my normal way to make videos, but this is a desk that I picked up quite a few years ago, and I've had it here in the house, and my wife wants me to get rid of it. I never did get around to finishing it the way that I'd hoped to, but before I take it apart, I'm going to video that, or some of that. Hopefully it's been a few years since I put it together. I thought it would be interesting to do a little walk around. It resembles a vintage Heckman desk. There's another name. I always just called it a twin pedestal desk. Obvious that it has twin pedestals. The way the top comes off is fairly unique. I've never seen one quite like this before. This one came out of a local university. You can still see the university's numbering system for where this was. Quarter sawn oak is what this thing looks like. The top at some point had been replaced with just a laminate wood. My plan originally when I first got it, I was going to pull that piece of laminate off and maybe put a nice piece of wood on there, maybe some leather. I just wasn't sure. I was just going to explore. I don't have the greatest woodworking skills, but I was going to learn on this thing. And then this top desk, the bottom piece has been chipped off at some point and just left. And that wasn't going to be, I've got a friend that actually does woodwork, and he said he could fix that and you would hardly be able to tell depending on how well he could match the stain. Let me just do a quick walk around. I'll give you some measurements. Like I said, this is kind of hard. Normally I'm not in my bedroom trying to make videos, but got to get it out of here. It's got one crack there. Let's see if I can get around here. Probably not the best angle. Kind of see that. But it's in pretty good shape for the most part. The drawers are long. Here, I'll pull out this drawer. It has a locking mechanism and a lot of dust. But the drawers are the full length of the desk. The side drawers are. I'll show you the top drawer here in a second. You know, 26 inches. This one has the slots for paper, things like that. Let me put that back in. I don't have a key for it. The locking mechanism is still on this one, but the top drawer has been modified at some point. Back in, they slide nicely. Those are some of the panels for that drawer. Just all solid wood, very nice. Let's see. This one has the divider spots where you can do that. A little bit of stainage going on. But these are, I mean, you can fit so much stuff in there. You just take that one out. Give you a look back in there, just solid. And then the top drawer, I did not notice this until recently. Let me just show you underneath here real quick. The mechanism to lock it's on both sides. Normally the drawer would slide in. Let's see if I can do this. It would slide in, and then when it goes all the way in, it lifts that up, which makes the drawers lock. And just like that, they would be locked. Well, I'll show you a better angle here in a minute, maybe. Same way on this one. And the drawers are locked. Just solid wood, modesty panel back there. But normally this drawer on the back side, it would have some pieces right there and there that would have hit that locking mechanism. But just a moment ago when I was taking this thing apart, I noticed a pencil line. You can sort of see it right there. I was wondering why it wasn't locking, and I just never paid attention when I first got it. The drawer has been cut down so that it no longer engages the lock. There's a stamp on the bottom that I cannot quite make out. You know, that could be from the manufacturers. It looks like it says either Douglas fir. I mean, that maybe AD is the stamp, and then the top DG. I can't quite make that out. Yeah, you can see it right there. Douglas fir, AD, AG, and then DG something or another. Maybe somebody who knows furniture will be able to tell me exactly what that is when I get this little video posted. So I'm going to put this drawer back in there. And then it also has these are probably full of dust once you get them back there. Not too bad, a little bit of dust. It's in really good shape. You know, it may have been refinished. I don't know. There's a peg on the bottom of that keeps it from coming out all the way. Same way for this one. A lot of dust. It's really remarkable that it's in as good a shape as it is, especially having been in a university. Maybe it was just in an office and not like in the library or something. Every library desk I ever purchased had all kinds of markings on it from when kids were studying or college students were studying. You know, they would doodle or whatever it was. So I'm going to set this up, the camera right here, and see if I can take this thing apart successfully. See if that'll work. Like I said, it's been a while. Well, let me do this again real quick. So on the top here are these 9 screws. So right here, and then a couple places. Here's one, there's one, and there's a few on the back. Those screws are the only thing, if my memory serves me correctly, that are holding the desk together. And so once let me move this stuff out of the way. Let me do some measurements real quick. It's 32 inches deep, 52 inches wide, and standard 30 inches tall. And then if you're seated, about 25 and a quarter inches if you're for your knees to go underneath there. So let me move these things out of the way, and then I will see if I can take that top off successfully. It should lift right off if memory serves me. Normally you would have a couple of people. Oh, there's got to be a screw still holding that on. Let me see. Did I miss one? Something on the inside. Let us see. Pause this. I'm going to pull these drawers out. I may as well leave it videoing. There's got to be one more screw somewhere on the inside. I love on old drawers. You can just see the quality. Man, that's just beautiful. Beautiful woodwork. Sorry about you having to see my backside. Let's see what we got here. What did I miss? Oh, there it is right there. Yep. These are sunk, countersunk, or whatever that's called. All right. Now, so the long ones obviously go on the inside. Now that top ought to come right off. Yep. It's really a cool feature. So easy for moving. Take that off. Leaving that on the wall. Before I do that, let's do another quick walk around. So you can see the top. Ooh, there's a little bit of dust on that. That wooden peg. Oh, here's some writing. Let's see what we got here. Right. Very helpful. Set that over here. On the right. You can see the locking mechanism. When that drawer would slide in, it would raise up on that, and just enough to catch the drawers. Pretty easy mechanism. And I bet this one probably says left. Left. Bunch of marks on that. All right. See the mechanism over here. It's nice and simple. I don't know if you can hear that. My kids, a couple of them are home right now from their places of employment and things, and they're in there watching some show that's kind of loud. So that is it. And then this piece, if I remember correctly, this piece is going to come out. I'm going to set this camera back down. I think it's just friction. I mean, as far as that going in there, I don't see any screws or bolts or anything keeping that in place. So my guess is when I bump the side, that should come out if I'm careful. You can see the bottom of that. Just a simple disc. Let's set this back down and try and get that. Did not budge one bit. That piece is moving. Just making sure. There are no screws anywhere. When in doubt, get a bigger hammer. I'm gonna go get a rubber mallet. Well, I have discovered the problem. You can see right here, it's already cracked, but it was cracked. So when it was put together, I don't think it's original. There are a couple of finishing nails right there. And each one of those is what's keeping this from coming apart the way it ought to. Sorry about the dogs. It's thundering, which is a blessing here for sure. But I'm gonna shut this thing off and figure out the best course of action without damaging it anymore. It really needs to come apart there for me to store it correctly. And so I've just got to figure out how to get those finishing nails out if possible. I just don't have a good way to store this thing. All right, so what I have decided is, I think I showed the video just a second ago. When it was refinished, when it was refinished, they put some trim nails in to just to hold it together. They probably thought it was a permanent setup that they were going to do. And so what I'm going to try to do, there are four trim nails. I'm going to try to punch them. Man, I just don't like this. I wish that there's a tool. I'm going to try to punch these things all the way through. Get them started, and then I've got a nail that I'm going to try to use. I'm sure somebody is cringing right now. I'm just trying to get these things through without splitting the pedestal. I might need a smaller nail. Yeah, that nail's too thick. I can use my punch a little bit more. The holes were already there. I'm just doing it the diameter of what the head of that nail is. Pause this. I'm going to go find a nail. So I got a pretty small little finishing nail here. And that did not work. Let's see how far down I am. See, I'm almost to the tab. I just have to go another 1/4 of an inch. Man, I hate to do this with this punch. This piece is already split, so let's just see what we got here. Yeah, just to that. All right, I'm gonna go look for some more. So here's what I'm gonna attempt to use. It's an old drill bit, 3/8 or what do we got here? 3/32, but I used it, overheated the tip. It was as dull as all get out, so I kind of filed it as best as I could. And we're gonna see if we can punch last little bit through on this. Can't tell if I'm off-centered. You would think it would give, yeah, there we go. So that's what I was hoping for on that one. So let me punch this backwards through. Put it back together. So going straight. Either punch it through. Yeah, I think that's moving. So I'm gonna do that on these other ones. And then maybe, in theory, here we go. In theory, this piece will come out. So I'm either doing a great job or screwing things up. Feel the tip of that coming through. So came through. That one did. But this is a questionable one right here. There we go. So that's the way it was designed to come apart before they put those screws in there, or those finishing nails in there. So you have modesty panel in the back. Now when it goes back together, I can put a little wood glue on that, and it will, let's see if it damaged anything. No, I can see that one. That one's good. This is the only one that had that crack in it. They all went straight in. So that'll sure make it a whole lot easier to move. So that's the end of that video. Thank you guys for watching as I play around a little bit with woodworking in a desk. There you go.